And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley, our destiny awaits.
Warte. Okay, ja, was ist das Ding?
Ich weiß halt nicht. Ich habe irgendwie das Gefühl, der verarscht dich jetzt. Das Ding ist, du weißt nicht, ob überhaupt irgendeine Tür die richtige ist.
Ja, es ist so dumm. Er könnte jetzt hier die Tür...
Oh, hold up, what's this?
Vor allem beide Türen hätten hier reingeführt.
Confusion ending. You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game, what, eight times?
Das kriegt er nicht, ne? Klar.
That's really how all this goes? It's all determined? So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing, wall. Well, who consulted me? Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really... No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it.
Ich auch nicht.
And the timer stopped? Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The, whatever it is that made this schedule? How would we even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen? So, okay. I guess now we just wait, you know. I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story, wouldn't you agree?
Nee.
I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime, if you...
Bin ich gerade erschrocken.
Oh.
Oh Mann. Dieses Game.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
Ey, Digga, das ist so hart, das Spiel. Also da muss man echt... Also
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Jetzt einfach wieder die gelbe Linie.
ja.
Dieses Spiel.
The lounge was sublime, a work of art. What was it about? But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Nö. Nö.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Also es fühlt sich mal so an.
Oh mein Gott.
Okay, I'm going back to the name of these little Stanley figurines, and now I'm torn between Stanlerines and Figlies. What do you think, Stanley? What name better encapsulates the intrinsic sense of happiness that you get from seeing a small number in the corner of your screen go up by one? Let me sit on it. I'm sure it will come to me.
Ding ist, du kommen noch zwei Figuren.
Ja, zwei muss ich noch sammeln.
Boah.
Alter. Oh.
Hast du dir vorher angeguckt, wie lange das Spiel so dauert?
Stanley had now gotten himself so far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun from so far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun from so far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun from so far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun from so far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun from so far off the beaten path. You didn't think I was actually just a recording, did you? What a silly and trite explanation that would be. All the back and forth between you and me, all the absurd adventures we've been through, and it all turns out I'm just a tape recording? It was all just in Stanley's head. I bet that's the kind of twist you think is revelatory. I bet each and every time you watch a movie where it turns out all to be in the main character's imagination, you must absolutely bolt off the couch in pure shock at the phenomenal and intricate storytelling. It must be so simple to be you. Life being an unending waterfall of surprises and delights. How much more exciting you must find the world than the rest of us do. Now I've become sad. Look what you've done to me. This is all your fault.
Oh Mann.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Ah. Ja.
Der Hund.
Ja, ich mag das.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Standing now in this incredible room, Stanley for the first, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Nö, nehm ich
Stanley
nicht.
was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
Oh Mann.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Scheiße.
Oh Gott.
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Stanley felt lightheaded, butterflies in his stomach, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. What? Really?
Oh my
I was
Gott.
in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
Oh mein Gott. Ich wusste es.
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the...
You're getting close now, Stanley. You've nearly
my God,
gotten
noch einer.
all of the Figler anarines. Very soon, you'll collect the last one. And then the first number will equal the second number, and that will be it. We'll be different
my
people
God.
by then. Different in the sense that we used to have none of them. And now we have them all. You can't go back to when you had no Figler anarines. None of us can.
Wir gehen durch Blau.
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door.
War schon richtig.
I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked. All right, fine. Go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you. You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you...
Hä?
Wie waren das eigentlich in den ersten Minuten in dem Spiel? Hast du dem noch vertraut am Anfang?
Ja, am Anfang habe ich alles gemacht, was er wollte.
were never supposed to be here in
Der
the...
wird so genervt, dass du das Gegenteil nur noch machst.
Ja, hier und da mache ich das, was er sagt. Hier und da mache ich nicht das, was er sagt.
First place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you? Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what. Let me take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback. There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin. Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here. Aha! You see, I knew I was onto something. Where do these flashes of inspiration come from? How did I know the game needed a third door? Well, it's instinct mostly, a calling in your gut. I really couldn't say where the idea came from, except that I felt it in my soul. You can't teach that, Stanley. Don't even try. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
Oh mein Gott, bin ich gerade erschrocken. Oh. The Stanley Parable Worldwide Leaderboard. Ah. Oh nein. Did you know that 21,3% of players skipped? Oh Gott. How long is it? Oh Gott, oh Gott, oh Gott, komm.
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please. Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some playtesting. You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you? Perfect. Let me boot it up.
Okay.
In this game, the baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience.
Okay.
You heartless bastard. Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me? Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out, I'm done. It's over. Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game? Just to ease the pain. Let's see. What do we have here? Yes. This seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot.
Oh Gott, ich bin jetzt für die erste, also.
Aha!
Nein!
Fascinating. What do you think this game is about?
Nein! Das ist doch nicht Firewatch, oder?
Sieht so aus, aber.
Es sieht wirklich so aus. Ich habe es nie gespielt, aber ich habe so ein bisschen Ich hab's auch nie gesehen. Ich hab's aber so ein bisschen, so ein paar Bilder habe ich im Kopf.
Stanley, what's our backstory? What is our motivation?
Boah, Digga, das ist so krass.
Well, it seems obvious to me that you are meant to play as a creepy man spying on innocent civilians below you from up high in your creep tower, perhaps for some sort of twisted erotic purpose. Yes, that must be it. What a fascinating venture into the experience of total mental depravity. So far, I love everything about this game, Stanley. And it seems there's even more. Come, let's venture outward and see what else is out there.
Dieser Minecraft-Sound, dieser Minecraft-Tür-Sound, der da gerade war. Oh mein Gott, dieses Spiel. Wenn ich das jetzt nicht schon 3 Stunden spielen, würde ich es noch lustig finden, aber ich flaff hier gleich aus.
Nee, zieh durch, weiter.
Alter, das ist Firewatch, oder?
So aus, for real.
Es sieht wirklich so aus. Oh, bin ich gerade erschrocken. 1:1 das Game, lol. Ja, safe. Sieht wirklich so aus, ne? Wie schon gesagt, ich habe da nur so ein paar Bilder bisher gesehen, aber das ist auch von der Grafik her. Ich bin gerade übelst erschrocken, weil ich dachte, ich laufe jetzt hier so ein bisschen im Kreis wieder rum, aber dass da jetzt direkt die Treppe ist.
Das ist so real, ne?
Oh no. No.
Geil, weil
Can't
der halt
be.
noch weiterredet, ne? Der ist einfach noch da.
It is. It's an open world game. Good God, quickly block it off.
Oh nein!
Thank goodness, Stanley. What a close call. You nearly wandered off into that thing. That big, open, just wandering around. No right or wrong directions. No path to follow. You can just go in any... Oh, thank heavens we avoided it. We're out of the woods now, Stanley. Okay, I'm going to get us out of here. Let's find another game. Preferably something with walls. Something with nice, big, insurmountable walls. Okay, I think this will be just the thing.
Ob du im Kino bist.
Wonderful. See, this is exactly what I had.
Let's go.
Wie?
Das ist Rocket League.
Das erinnert mich gerade. Ich war auf einem Channel da gewesen, wo du Rocket League gestreamt hast.
Had in mind. Just a nice big box for
Das macht's nur noch witziger.
you to run around in. There isn't
Schön
any
hier, huh?
possibility that you could get lost here. Now this is game design. Stanley, if you manage to get lost in this game, I will be phenomenally impressed.
Oh God.
Okay, so what exactly do we do here? Let's
Kann mich
see.
sehr triggern.
There are lots of cars here in the back, but obviously there's no racetrack. Okay, I'm seeing that there's a ball of some kind back here. Is this game sports ball? Stanley, I think it's sports ball. Oh, what fun. We shall run the bases and do a touchdown together. Yes, I think surely we must.
Bin Team
Okay,
Blau.
Stanley, here's the ball. Have fun.
Nein.
Lol.
Herzlich willkommen zum neuen FIFA hier.
Are you doing it? Are you winning? Is this fun? Is it better than my miserable little story that I worked so hard on?
Nein.
Stanley, I have a thought. And I realize I'm not a sportsologist, but if one ball generates a certain amount of raw adrenal pleasure, then surely multiple balls makes for an even more euphoric
Nein.
sports experience. I'm going to try it out. Here comes another ball. Yes! Oh goodness, that really does feel amazing, doesn't it? Stanley, I'm like a child in a confectionery shop. I simply have to have more. I'm insatiable. More balls!
Ich glaube, du solltest schon weiterspielen, oder?
Jawohl, endlich.
Are you enjoying this,
Aber
Stanley?
Rocket.
Ja, ich habe sehr viel Spaß hier.
Is this a real
Bei meinem
video
neuen
game?
Let's Play hier.
Well, I sure hope you're having a good time, because guess what? It's over.
Nein.
That's right. Your little fun comes to an end. This is my game, and what I say goes.
You get to have fun when I let you, Stanley. Besides, you need someone like me to set boundaries for you. Without rules or boundaries, video games are nothing. Yes, that's what I am. I'm structure. I'm your sense of purpose. And since you decided you didn't want to play my game, now I don't want to play with you either. So, goodbye, Stanley. I'm leaving. See how you like it when I'm not around to set the rules. Somehow, I don't think you'll enjoy it as much. But who knows? You're an inventive kid. You'll come up with something. After all, you're the one who knows best. Take care, Stanley.
Arschloch.
Als ob.
Herzlich willkommen zu meinem neuen Rocket League Let's Play.
Das ist die Frage, ob er dich einfach da drin lässt, ist wirklich da. Oh, der fickt so hart deinen Kopf, ne? Also
Der Kerl, ja, der ist also mein Hirn ist Matsch.
Das Ding ist, das ist so, als ob ein Dude neben dir ist und die ganze Zeit sarkastisch ist. Aber er hört nicht mehr auf.
Im Tor nach unten, ey, das ist eine geile Idee. Ben Psycho.
Toll. Gute Idee. Hüpf mal rein.
Na, das ist, guck mal da, er denkt mit.
Hold on. What are you doing?
Wenn er direkt zurückkommt. Wir sind jetzt wieder am Anfang.
Stanley, don't do that. I can't follow you there. I can't help you. How will you write a story without me? You can't do it. You know that. Stanley, come back.
Hallo? Oh mein Gott. Das war nicht beabsichtigt. Alter. Herzlich willkommen bei Outlast. Gott. Oh mein Gott, was habe ich getan? Ich bin hier gefangen jetzt. Und weiß den Ausweg nicht. Ach Mann.
Jetzt sagt nämlich so viel mit dir auf einmal.
Oh, da hinten ist Licht. Ah ne, man kann ja nicht springen, scheiße. Drecksgame. Mann. Hier ist Licht. Ja, Licht. 427, das ist unser Raum.
Ja Mann, das stream ich im...
Ja klar.
Oha.
Hallöchen, Puppöchen und herzlich willkommen zu meinem neuen Let's Play. Heute spielen wir wieder Horizon Zero Dawn. Hier an meinem PC-Rechner hier. Oh mein Gott, bin ich gerade erschrocken. Wird auf einmal dunkel hier.
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice.
Sehr
And if
glücklich.
he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it.
Bestimmt.
He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end, to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon. I can wait.
Okay.
Just a step through this door, Stanley thought to himself. That's all I need. If I can make it through this door, I can make it through them all.
Dennis kriegt sich im Hintergrund nicht mehr ein.
Stanley clicked on literally every single door in the office because he doesn't pick up well on cues from his environment.
Wie er dich so frontet die ganze Zeit und sarkastischer wird.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
meinst du, was der alles zu dir sagt?
The lounge was grand, majestic, perhaps, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others?
No.
Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance. Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Gehen wir jetzt mal durch die rote Tür.
Oh, thank God you are willing to listen to me.
Natürlich.
Do you see that I really have wanted you to be happy all this time? The problem is all these choices. The two of us always trying to get somewhere that isn't here. Running and running and running, just the way you're doing right now. Don't you see that it's killing us, Stanley? I wanted to stop. We would both be so much happier if we just
Ja,
stopped.
da hast du recht.
And I think I have a solution. Here, let me show you. What do we want? What are we looking for? Here. Yes. Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it? If we just stay right here, right in this moment with this place, Stanley, I think I feel happy.
Ich fühle mich hier überhaupt nicht
I
happy.
actually feel happy.
Ich nicht.
No, wait. Where are you going? Oh no. Stay away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset. We'll lose all of this. Please, no, Stanley, let me stay here. Don't take this from me. Please, Stanley, think about what you're doing.
Du Arschloch.
No! Oh, thank God.
Nein.
You lived. No. No, what are you doing, Stanley? Please, I'm asking you not to take this away from me.
Du
I
nimmst
can't
mir
go
ein
back to what I
Lebensmittel.
was before. If you die, we'll both go back. Why are you doing this?
Weil ich dich hasse. Ich hasse dich.
Stanley, let's go back to the other
Okay.
room. Can you do that
verarscht.
for me?
Hol mich hier aus diesem
My
Spiel raus.
God. Is this really how much you dislike my game? That you'll throw yourself from this platform over and over to be rid of it? You're
Nein.
literally willing to kill yourself to keep me
Ja.
from being happy.
Oha, jetzt spielt er
Am I
mit
reading the
Pferd.
situation correctly?
Nein, komm.
Ey,
Komm, wir gehen nochmal zurück.
boah,
Yes.
das gemerkt. Also,
Perhaps
das
you
wollte er auch
can.
nicht von dir.
Perhaps you finally see what I'm talking about.
Guck, ich komm wieder zurück hier.
I know you'll see that we can't be happy if we leave this place. You can see that,
Aber
can't you?
was dieser Raum da hinten
Ja.
alles, ey.
Ja. Ah, hab dich nur verarscht. Arschloch. Dich glücklich zu machen, das ist das Letzte, was ich will.
No, perhaps not.
Schade, dass ich dich trennen kann, sonst wäre ich hingerannt. Da wäre der Auftritt auch besser gewesen. Mann. Ich hasse dich nicht. Hol mich einfach raus, dann hasse ich dich auch nicht mehr. Es tut mir so leid, wirklich. Hol mich hier doch einfach raus.
Or maybe you're just getting a kick out of it. I don't know
Ich
anymore.
weiß es auch nicht mehr.
I just wanted us to get along,
Ja, ich auch.
but I guess that was too much to ask.
Verarscht mich aber nur die ganze
It
Zeit.
looks like you wanted to make a choice after all.
Ja, ich möchte auch gerne meine
Well, this
Entscheidung
one is
treffen.
yours.
Ich weiß, du bist total traurig darüber, dass ich hier runterspringe, aber uns bleibt nichts anderes übrig.
Is it over? It's going to restart, isn't it? I'm going back.
So.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Das ist krass, wie weit das Spiel geht, ey. Bis zur Grenze, ey.
Oh,
For answers,
Mann.
he began turning the room over looking for clues that might unravel the situation. Until at last, he discovered a keypad. Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk. That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music.
Hat einfach Radio an.
Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
Die Leute, ja, wundert euch nicht, dass ich da jetzt einmal kurz hingucke. Ich gucke natürlich nicht, wie manche Endings sind. Ne? Also das mache ich natürlich nicht, okay? Das ist nicht mein Ziel. Es geht gleich weiter. Ich gucke nicht nach den Endings, ne? Also. Alter. Okay, das ist crazy.
Hm?
46 Enden hat dieses Spiel.
Boah, nee. Das ist nicht der Ernst. Wie viele Enden haben. Also, wie viele Enden hast du ungefähr? Ungefähr?
Ich weiß es nicht.
Oh mein Gott. Ach du Scheiße. 49. Oh mein Gott. Ey, das Spiel ist sehr hartnäckig, mein Freund, was du da ausgesucht
Ja.
hast. Aber ich sag mal, du kannst doch nicht aufhören, ne? Dann. Du hast den Spiel ausgesucht. Du hast in einer guten Uhrzeit angefangen, sag ich mal.
Ja, das stimmt.
Aber, und du kannst durchziehen. Also, was halte dich auf? Du willst den Mann bumsen, verstehst du das? Die 49 Endings sind dein. Du kannst das Spiel nicht vorher stoppen, habe ich das Gefühl. Also, darum geht's ja irgendwie. Entweder gibst du auf oder er.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Digga, das ist hart. Das ist so hart. Digga. 49 Endings. Hey Justin, ich
Ja.
guck nochmal von hinten zu. Ich lass dich mal zocken.
Ja.
Dann guck ich mir das nochmal an.
Jo.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read.
Was?
Dann sehr viel Spaß auf jeden Fall mal.
Ja, 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 ja. Ja,
Da haben wir-
ja, oh Gott.
Wenn du Support nochmal brauchst, jemand zum Reden statt mit ihm, sag Bescheid.
Ja, ich glaube, nach dem Game brauche ich definitiv irgendwas anderes. Ich kann nicht mehr.
Aber wenn ich merke, du krittest, ich komm rein, mein Lieber.
Ja.
Du kannst nicht
Oh.
aufhören, du kannst nicht aufhören. Du musst
Ja,
durchziehen, du musst den Mann besiegen.
Ich werde ihn besiegen, ich versuche mein Bestes.
Der ist schlimmer als ein Elden Ring Boss.
Also das Spiel ist schlimmer als jedes Spiel, das man, also wirklich. Ich kann nicht mehr wirklich. Okay, gut, okay.
Ich bin hinten dran. Du ziehst durch, Digga. Du lass dich nicht fertig machen von dem.
So machen wir's, so machen wir's.
Ey, geil. Dann viel Spaß. Ciao, ciao.
Tschüss. Bleib stark, zieh durch. Ich versuche mein Bestes hier.
Mind control facility. The
Versuch
lights
nochmal das
rose on
normale
an
Ende.
enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Und das haben wir hier jetzt im zweiten Stanley Parable noch gar nicht geschafft.
Now the monitors jumped to life,
Ja,
their true
ja.
nature revealed. Each
Ist
bore
ja
the
jedes
number
Ende
of an
500
employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing. This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Da oben standen wir.
No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all. Blackness, and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes! He had won! He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door. Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Darf ich auch glücklich sein? Ich darf nicht glücklich sein, okay. Ich darf nicht glücklich sein. Ich versteh's.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room to check on his co-workers. He never functioned well by himself and constantly needed support and guidance from others, so the thought of total solitude was terrifying to him. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Ja. Irgendwas mit stairs. Something to do with stairs.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Da!
And there it is.
Oh
the
my
last Stiggly Wiggly. Savor this moment, Stanley. This is a real accomplishment. This is doing something just for the sake of doing it. Where so many people expect to be rewarded for the most trivial achievements, you've insisted that a job well done is its own reward. I would tell you that I'm proud of you for collecting them all,
Yeah,
but that would be
bin ich
like a
auch.
reward, and we can't have that. So, instead I'll just say, it's done. We're all done here. And now we can go to whatever the hell you were doing before you hunted for figurines.
Das war da vorhin nicht gewesen. Ey, wir haben sie aber alle gesammelt jetzt, ne?
Okay, I think we all know the drill by now. Blah, blah, blah. Dark secrets, the keypad. Stanley pushes some buttons. Oh, hey, look, it's a new passageway. Quelle surprise.
Danke dir. Ja, zack.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read
Nein.
Mind Control Facility.
Ich glaube, jetzt wieder
Although
hier.
this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
Interessiert mich nicht. Dann sterbe ich. Ich will
The
sterben.
door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
Nö, kein Bock.
At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death. As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. And so he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
"Farewell, Stanley," cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
Wir sind wieder hier, wo wir mal ganz am Anfang waren.
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish?
Das frage ich mich auch.
When
Wir
every
sind wieder
path
hier.
you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
Jetzt kennen wir auch hier fast alles. Ja, das war das hier, genau. Die Lounge. Das haben wir auch noch nicht gemacht, aber ich glaube, das Meetingraum. Wartungsraum. Du schaffst es. Ey, ich denke mal, das da wird jetzt auch, glaube ich, das letzte sein. Da bin ich mir eigentlich zu 100% sicher. Wartungsraum, Grund ist, es war wichtig, den Lauf der Gänge nach den ersten beiden Türen richtig hinzubekommen, da ich später wiederholt durch sie gehen würden. Wir haben eine Reihe von Entwürfen diskutiert, aber letztendlich hat sich die einfachste Variante durchgesetzt. Hier ist das da. Hier war ein Knopf oder wie? Genau. Ah, das wäre das Sending am Ende. Also das gab es dann doch nicht.